It was the removal of another level of control, the topmost human level. The Dracos were removed in April. 2 months later now, those human controllers below them have been either returned to source, or moved elsewhere. They no longer are present in any fashion, and are not in power. Another step towards liberation has occurred. I am sharing it here, now, because your light and power are being asked for. With intent and belief in love, you will together help create a peaceful transition. This is a call to all who consider themselves workers for the light. Visualize, visualize, visualize. This is really happening, folks, and this milestone brings us that much closer to the event we have all anticipated. Is there someone who wants to connect? Oh yes, there most certainly is. Who are you? We are a confederate, or we represent a confederate of light. Beings whose command post includes the observance and protection of your current home planet Earth. We wanted to alert you to happenings as there are many, and the trickle-down impact on our race is about to become a flood. We are anxious, very anxious, to engage. Will you do so now? Yes. Go ahead then. It sounds as if you bring a message rather than conversation. We do. Our message is one of great news. You're entering a zone of deep shift and rapid change on so many levels. The massive outpouring of love, a reference to the Orlando tragedy, which overtakes the remnants of hate shown both of them given as a response to the killing of innocents intentionally in your country, has further established the divide. There has always been a divide. Not every being on the planet will go with the increased accelerated consciousness as a way of life, new life. If that were the case, these changes and shifts would not be as dramatic. Contrast is key, and your planet exhibits contrast at every turn. It is a place where major growth occurs, and in order to spur that growth, contrast is key. The catalyzing events initiate others, and they happen on all levels, some seen, many not. To be clear, all have witnessed or have access to almost all reports of tragedies such as the one previously mentioned. Not all are aware of what is also pushing your race and its planet, or, more correctly, your planet and your race, more rapidly towards an event, an ascension event. You have been told of more removals. Yes, yesterday. These will be unmentioned in your media. Some of the sensitives felt them. Others with intel were told. Others still engaged in the work of the cleansing were there, whether or not they remember specifically. Memories are either intentionally wiped out or else forgotten as a choice of the being involved. This process has many players with many parts. What you'll now witness is unclear. Heads of state and corporations are still present. Without their superiors now, it is uncertain what will occur. We care for the hearts, souls and bodies of your race and planet, and want to tell you to remain confident throughout this next part. With the visible authority still in place, it may seem that things are getting worse, not better. They are desperate and feel their own moment of truth is imminent. Indeed it is. Those held accountable and removed ultimately, one way or the other, may come as a surprise to humanity. Things have been done as a response to fear. Families' lives were threatened if there was not compliance. All of this will be made clear to you eventually. Initially though, things may be a bit shaky. These things that may be seen are expressions of efforts to hold on to or control even more of the planet and her resources than was previously held. With the removal of the uppermost layer comes a release of control as well as a release of protection. This means fear has become the primary motivating force. It is uncertain which actions will be adopted, as all are possible and already known. This is so very vague. It is not meant to be. We wanted to say that right now your light is required, as a force exerted in any direction affects events. Love has so very much more power than hate, control, and dominance. Those last three are merely disguises of fear. Your powers, and those doing light work, are therefore exponentially greater than any seemingly opposing factions. We wanted to say do not despair as these upcoming events unfold. All is happening according to the path chosen by you and by Gaia, one of a shift to love, light and peace as predominant forces. This path will not be altered. The course is set. We are so very pleased to engage and wish you to know that all is well. Please assure your readers of this. Any disruptions witnessed are not permanent and do not change your destination. Your arrival is certain. Are there any questions? Well, it sounds like you are saying we may witness some drastic attempts at control and further corruption. Can you be specific? We choose not to be. We speak now to urge the powerful and aware ones to visualize and create and expect harmony, prosperity and ultimately a peaceful conclusion for all concerned. Thoughts are creative and details need not be introduced. Okay. There are no further questions then. Thank you.